Hello, my name is Emily Owens, and for my pilgrimage site, I have chosen Stonehenge. I have chosen Stonehenge because it is a very spiritual place, and I am a very spiritual person. There has been a lot of magical happenings that have been reported there. It has just been known as just this giant magical power hole where hundreds of thousands of people have gone to check it out and be a part of it. They normally go there during the summer solstice. Normally, people go there during the summer solstice, and it is to watch the summer sunrise. Now, the structure itself is over 10,000 years old, and as I said, it has a very high spiritual energy about it. Strange things have been reported going on there, like people have reported seeing ghosts and spirits and different mythical creatures running through there. And it has been known to be a cemetery there, like high dignitaries were buried there, or just outside of it. And recently I just found out on one of the websites earlier that there's maybe even been proof that there was even sacrifices being had there, like for ceremonies and things. But it's just been a very magical place where all magic users, not all magic users, but most magic users go to harvest the energy of. Why did I select this? Well, like I said, I'm just a very spiritual person, and I feel like Stonehenge would be my version of a pilgrimage because of the spiritual experiences that have taken place there. For this, I don't think I would take anybody here with me. I would go by myself just because I feel like that'd be a huge self-growing moment for me to be able to go on my own somewhere and to be able to participate in something like that by myself. If I were to be able to go a second time, then I would definitely bring my coven or a small group of my friends that I practice magic with, because I feel like that would be an amazing group trip the second time around. But the first time I go there, I would want to focus on my energy and how I reacted. I wouldn't want to have to worry about the other people who would go with me. As for fears and concerns do I have about going? Well, I am a single female traveling to another country by myself. And according to the media, I have everything to be afraid of. But honestly, I think the scariest part, and probably the most amazing part, is going to be the self-discovery I find when I do go there. So, the money and planning and the timing. So, I looked it up, and Virgin Atlantic has a flight going out from Sacramento to London, and I believe it's at it's at 7:45 a.m. November 5th, and then I would come back at 1 a.m. November 20th, so a little longer than 2 weeks. And then once I get to London, I would take a train from London to Salisbury, which is where Stonehenge is located. I found a old manor B&B that just had a really cute magical vibe about it, and so I chose that to be my place that I would stay while I was there, because it's not far from Stonehenge, and I'd be able to meet and greet with the people around there and just kind of get my own vibe about it. Things I would need to take, I honestly don't think I would really need a lot, so I just put my clothes, my passport, another form of ID, money, and maybe a backpack. The best time of the year to go is definitely June through September, because June is when the midsummer solstice happens. But I know that there's going to be a lot of tourists, and I don't really care for people, and if I want to go there, then I want to get my own personal experience. So I think going in November would be best for me personally, where there's going to be less of a crowd. And I'm going to be able to open up my spiritual energy without having others come into it. How long is it going to take? Well, I'm planning for 2 weeks, but I might stay for longer. I might come home sooner. I might get what I need faster than that. But it's one of those things, I I don't think many people who, when they took their first religious pilgrimage, like, culturally speaking, like with the Mormons, like they traveled for years and years and years. I don't think they were expecting it to take them that long to find their home place. Or same thing with the Jews, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it should be a timed or planned thing, so that might make it feel pretty rushed. But for time's sake, I am going to say 2 weeks. Now, money-wise, so it's going to be $840 for the flight, $77 for the train, $113 for the hotel a night for 14 days, so that one's going to be the big ouch in my chunk, but it'll be okay. Food and other stuff, I put $500 just because, like, you never know how expensive it's going to be or, like, what you're going to run into. But, again, I'm extra and I'm worried about everything, so I'm just going to double my total in case of an emergency. So my grand total is going to be $5,126 for this pilgrimage. Here is my works cited, but I did have some extra stuff to say about this. Sorry, one second, technical difficulties. So Stonehenge has just been a very magically connecting place for a lot of people for tens of thousands of years, and it's still baffling scientists how it was built and how early people were there. And I don't know, I feel like the magical properties that are there are just insane, at least from what I've heard, which is part of why I want to go there. I want to find out if it's real or not. I know that sometimes during the off-season, they won't even let people within 5 miles of the place because of how many strange and weird things can happen there. And I just feel like it's a magical place, and I'm excited to go there and check it out and be able to take this amazing journey on my own. And I know I'm not at 10 minutes, but I think that's just about all I got to say on this one. So I'm going to call it, and thank you for listening.